Tokyo, the capital, was the final destination on our Japanese tour. This was the view from our hotel room in the Sunshine City complex in the world's most populous city, which has over 37 million inhabitants. On our first morning, we went to the East Gardens of the Imperial Palace, the main residence of the Emperor of Japan. After crossing the moat, we came to the site of the Edo Castle Keep. The keep itself was destroyed by fire in 1657. A new one was planned, but only these foundations were ever built. From the top, there are views of the National Gymnasium and the Imperial Music Theatre. We came back down and walked around the garden. In one area, winding paths weave between 260 trees of 30 varieties which are indigenous to Japan. There's a tea house in this part of the garden. The wood from this tree is used to make miso soup bowls. The Japanese-style garden was reconstructed in the 1960s from plans drawn up in the 1700s. The koi carp are a variety bred by a previous emperor. The guardhouse survives from the original castle. The exit leads past an ornamental pond with swans and out onto the busy streets of the city. We drove through the city, passing important buildings such as the Ministry of Justice and the Olympic Stadium.
Tokyo Olympia held last year in summer. It was postponed 1 year.
In a forest of 120,000 evergreen trees donated by people from all over Japan is the Meiji Shrine. Near the entrance are sake barrels advertising various breweries, sake being the drink of the gods. Wine merchants are now advertising in the same way. The path leads through an enormous torii gate and continues to a smaller one at the shrine itself. The Shinto shrine was dedicated to the spirits of the Emperor Meiji, who reigned from 1867 to 1912, and his wife, Empress Shoken. Children are brought here for blessing for a long, healthy life. Here, devotees write their wishes on wooden plaques and hang them on this rack. Then we made our way to the Shibuya district. We walked down old streets between towering modern skyscrapers and past a statue of a dog who continued to wait for his master, who had died at work and never returned to pick him up. Then we reached a bustling square with street entertainers. Here is the Shibuya Crossing complex, said to be the world's busiest, with up to 3,000 people crossing at a time. It seemed relatively quiet when we used it, but when we looked back, the crowds had arrived. There's a window cleaner on this building. Can you spot him? Then we went back to the hotel for the night. In the morning, we drove from Sunshine City onto the high-level road.
Beautiful Western-style building.
Passing the National Bank, we came to the river, which we crossed to enter Asakusa, centre of the Old Town district.
Reminds us of
Here we got our first glimpse of the Senso-ji temple, the oldest Buddhist temple in Tokyo. The 5-story pagoda is a Shinto shrine, and next to it is the temple itself. Just inside the temple is a fountain for ritual washing before making offerings. Back outside is an incense burner. Here people waft the smoke from the incense over themselves, their family and friends, and even over the dog in the pram. Continuing away from the temple, the treasure house gate stands in front of a row of shops, mainly selling souvenirs. From the end, you can see the Asahi beer headquarters with its strange sculpture, and the Tokyo Skytree, which is where we went next. Completed in 2012, at a height of 2,080 feet, it's the tallest tower and third tallest structure in the world. Visitors take a high-speed lift, each of which has a different lighting theme, to a height of 1,150 feet, from where there are panoramic views of the city. The sculpture on the beer headquarters led to it being known as the Pool Building. This is the temple we just came from. You can stand on the glass floor and see the pavement 1,115 feet below. From a little park back at Sunshine City, we could look up at the tallest building in the complex. The smallest were in a model village at the base. At the top of the steps is a seating area, which leads to the shopping mall. Inside are murals which seem like world maps, but are scenes of motor racing, go-karts, a tennis player, and yachts. The mall itself is much like any modern city multi-storey shopping venue. However, the security patrol is pure Japanese. It's programmed to stop if it meets an obstacle. In the display area was a show by the local Chrysanthemum Society. On this, the final night of our tour, we went for a dinner cruise on Tokyo Bay. We ate and drank as we took in the sights. This is the Tokyo Statue of Liberty. Then we said goodbye to the many friends we'd made on this wonderful, full-on tour.